The Depth to Delve Deep by Writer. Chapter 33. Staffa. The following day he boards the boat to Staffa. He's immediately distracted by a woman following suit. She sits right beside him up on the backdrop of the boat's prow. They make eye contact and communicate a few fun words about the Anon adventure embarked on. It becomes apparent she's not alone. There's a man making unreserved eye contact with her. He's standing with the passengers, a throng of 12 in total, soon to be seated in the main part of the boat. Though the two noted make conversant eye contact, Rote has the impression they're altogether not together. The boat awash and away weaves a wake of waves through the Strait of Iona, between Mull and Iona, speeding out to sea, the Atlantic. Along the way, the boat passes by an uninhabited island. The tour guide lets all aboard know that way up on one of the craggy crevices, on a ledge very much alike to the one Rote nestles on, lies a raven's nest. The helmsman infers a rarity of spotting a raven's whereabouts when with young, an enigmatic species. Upon looking up, everyone can see a big black bird barking in dismay at being stared at while the boat channels through to the open sea. As they approach the tiny island of Staffa, Rote and all aboard are absolutely astounded by the symmetry and sentient nature of the giant columns rising out of the sea. They rise like a colossus, a plethora of pipe organs. The boat braves waves as it gingerly goes in between the jutting rocks leading the shore. Once on shore, the crew of sightseers set foot one step at a time on top of the lopped-off columns. They can be likened to severed tree stumps. The rest of the columns, no longer stumped, grow taller and taller like trees. The columnar colonnade in unison rises higher and higher into a chorus, like a cathedral filled and resonating with the sound of pipe organs. There are many caves crawling through the wee island. Some caves burrow below the tide line at certain times, and others aren't reachable by the shore. They're way up under the overhang crowning the top. The top looks like a mushroom or muffin. The tiny toadstool island standing alone amidst the Atlantic, it tops and drops like a dreidel down to the ocean. The columns themselves are so smooth on the surface and so symmetrical from top to bottom. They stand side by side, hewn from one mass of rock either by the sea or by human hand. Rote thinks this could not have happened naturally, but then again, maybe it could have. Thinking how even the sharpest stones will smooth over with the surf. Still, the conjoined curvature of the columns' conjunctions are surely not shaped by the sea, or so the scholar supposes. He even proposes upon closer inspection that the colonnade of basalt columns, mostly hexagonal in shape, contracted into form during the basaltic lava slow cooling stages. Meanwhile, the sea rages. It bellows its boom with billowing blasts through the entrance of Fingal's cave. Wave after wave meets doom inside the dark caverns enraptured enclosed end with a resounding roar. In Gaelic, it's Anhum Din, a melodious cave. Rote and the others, including the woman befriended and her friend, all in single line, hop from one stump to another. They go around the bend and through the mouth of Fingal's cave, like biblical Jonah entering into the belly of a whale. After coming out of the cavernous cave, disgorged as it were, they backtrack single file along the stumps, stopping to make a wish while sitting on one of them. Then onto the stairs leading up and away atop the precipice to a puffin promenade, they proceed. Rote learns the puffin is a stout bird with a face similar to a barn owl, and a girth and gait like a small penguin. Puffins use the Muffin Top Island as a migratory stop. Their droppings detail that fact, though no other sight or sound of them is to be found that day. With that and a few crab crustaceans, the tour descends back down the steep stairs. The ones closer to the shore below look up to see cave entrances just under the lip of the mushroomed landmass. Along with the ones seen at sea level, they suspect submerged ones below. Rote looks over a soldier and sees shags waddle out with glowing eyes, likened to troglodytes coming out of a cormorant cave. Back on board the boat, they head back to Iona. Rote and his newfound friends converse about this and that, though mostly about each other's lives. The woman comes from Edinburgh, as her friend does. He's a Scottish constable, along with his constabulary, constabulary, I guess, barely bear arms, only billy clubs, save for the one emergency response unit. The constable has just come out of a difficult relationship. The urbane woman is trying to get the other out of the blues by bringing him along for the weekend trip. She's a coordinator for the annual Edinburgh International Festival, along with the Fringe. The former is touted as one of the largest in Europe. Rote, since his arrival in Edinburgh, has seen the early earmarks of the scope of the festivities, especially with the ever-increasing number of buskers, busy singing songs and such. By the end of the excursion, Rote exchanges emails with her. He sees her sometime in the future. It's when he hears about Richard Wagner's opera Parsifal playing at the Festival Theatre. He's not so open to opera, just the legend of Parsifal and seeing her again. He leaves them, though not before they let Rote know how impressed they are with the way he goes about his life. Just doing things, unhindered, unimpeded, unrestricted, accessing all available. In story, it's fantastic, he thinks. Try living it. Back on shore, Rote looks up and sees the sky is showing signs of rain. He hopes the weather will hold.